going on to all of my Aries out there? Please make sure to get the book on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The links will be in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address as well as the prices are in the description box below as usual. So the cards that I come up with for the Aries is the Five of Wands, the Magician, the Strength, the Hierophant, the Seven of Wands, the Tower, the Ten of Wands, the Devil, the Queen of Cups, and last but not least, you have the Ten of Cups. So what I'm seeing here for this is I'm seeing here how a lot of you, I want to say a lot of you Aries, right? Sorry about that. A lot of you Aries are going through a sense of y'all are going through self-transformation big time, right? Because you got a couple of major arcana in the way, right? In this reading. The Five of Wands is kind of like the perception that a lot of you Aries have of not wanting to continue to do the same things over and over and over again, right? As far as with yourself, okay? But it also as far as relationships, getting into disagreements with the people, same people whom you're supposed to be kicking it with, okay? Not wanting to do that anymore, right? Not wanting to kick it with these people. And the thing is that the Magician and the Strength card, right? The Magician and the Strength card represents you obviously have control over that, right? But again, the Magician and the Strength represents which side are you ultimately going to take? Because the Magician is the ruler of their own existence, and the Strength card represents a person who may be a person who makes excuses because they don't want to face the facts of their reality, right? They don't want to face the facts of who they are and embrace the mistakes that they've made, right? And there's a lot of grown people who say that they're grown-ups who can't apologize, can't say sorry, things of this nature. It's so, and let me go ahead and say, it's so weird to see how a person past the age of 18 can apologize. It's like, do you realize that children don't apologize and stuff like this because they're scared of consequences, right? So technically, what you're saying is you still have a childlike mind because you goofy. Not you in general, Aries. I'm saying anyone who has that type of mentality and archetype, that stereotype. So the thing is that the Hierophant and the Seven of Wands, right? The Hierophant and the Seven of Wands represents, so now there's this deep, again, there's this juxtaposition of what is it that you want to do, right? Because you could be the ruler of your own existence, right? And take responsibility for the things that happen to you, right? And you could end up going into a inner adventure and realizing certain things about yourself. Or you could put yourself in a position of Strength / Seven of Wands, where you could delude yourself into trying to make excuses for those things, right? Now, over here, we encourage growth. We don't encourage that egocentric BS nonsense, right? Because it really, trust me when I tell you, I've seen a lot of people get disintegrated off this stuff. And what I mean when I say disintegrated is a lot of people who try to make fights with me, right, privately, and I know their lives are going terribly because their ego is controlling them. Their ego is in so much control, they don't know how to look at themselves and understand they're part of the issue. So all the problems that they were given to me, I know they don't have anybody. They're not going to have anybody, and their life is going to continue to get worse. And if you're paying attention to me, on the other hand, my life is getting better if you're paying attention. So somebody is right and somebody is wrong with all that ego. You know what I mean? And so the thing is that the Tower and the Ten of Wands, right, and even the Devil card represents this being a situation where a lot of you, right, a lot of you need to understand that ultimately what's going on here is the Tower, right, is how what would make it very easy on you is if you Aries were to go inwardly, right, and have this inward adventure and start to look at yourselves in a real way and actually be able to admit the things that you did wrong that you need to work on, because the Tower represents that's going to happen anyway. But the more you, it's like a dam, right? It's like water. The more you try to hold it back, hold it back, hold it back, or whatever, the more water that builds is the more momentum, energy is going to have. So when it finally gets a chance to break out and actually starts to move, you're going to have a disaster on your hands, right? So the things that the Ten of Wands and the Devil represents, right, this pretty much proves my point. If you don't deal with this issue, my dear Aries, your problems is going to start to manifest itself in different ways, right? That may be harmful, right? Burning things down, even the things that you don't necessarily want to be burned down. You understand? Aspects of your life. The Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups represents how, but ultimately, if you choose to say yes, you'll actually pay attention to the things that you were doing wrong and the things that you were doing right and take responsibility for those things. What's going to happen here is that you have a brighter future, because a lot more people, like I said before, are going to want to hang out with you, because you're actually figuring those things out, in which like you don't have to, like every time someone comes around you, they think it's going to be self-destructive, you know. So let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Oriate, Zuli Freda de Homi, Olofi. Right. So this represents how people will like this. This is justice. So this represents people will like you more. Right? You'll like yourself more. People will find you more attractive. Right? People want to have something with you. So, like I said, if you do the work, it seems to me like it's pretty much too many upsides and not enough downsides. Let's clarify the Ten of Cups. Okay? Let's clarify the Ten of Cups. You have the Yemaya, you have the Laplace, and you have the Dembalawedo. Right. A lot more learning. You'll be a lot more socially adept, right? Instead of being socially awkward. Not saying that Aries are socially awkward. I'm just saying. You have socially awkward people of every zodiac sign. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying here is that you'll know how to engage with yourself and other people a lot better. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Let's get this video a lot of views, a lot of likes. Peace.